There you go, Rob.
Good
Welcome
boy.
to the Firearms Insider Gun and Gear Review Podcast, episode 239. On this show, we showcase gun reviews, gear, and anything else a gun enthusiast may be looking for. We strive to evaluate products from an unbiased and honest perspective. I'm your host, Chad Wallace from the Firearms Radio Network, your source for broadcasts for shooters, hunters, and all things firearms related. Tonight on the show, we'll be discussing a 3D printed suppressor and an FN tactical pistol. But first, we got to introduce our co-hosts, Rob and Tony. So, what did you guys do in firearms?
Nothing.
Okay, one down.
For the next 2 or 3 months, I'm like busier and snot at work. I don't have time to do anything outside of work and home.
Well, you know, that's life, I guess. So,
yeah.
Tony? Tony?
Hello?
Earth to Tony.
Just making sure I'm not roboting. It was acting weird before. What did I do? Didn't get out to the range. What I have been doing, though, since we did the flashlight class with Mike Wolford at Justifiable Force Training, Nightstick. Chad did actual review on this. This is the 800 lumen. Yep, 850. Excuse me, 850 lumen flashlight, weapons mounted light. They sent me some stuff, and I've been using this on my cert, trying to actually learn how to manipulate this correctly, according to the class I took. So yeah, I've been running around the house shooting the pew pew place up, but manipulating this weapons mounted light, learning how to pick up a new skill. I mean, that's really what it was. I'm picking up a new skill, and I'm learning to use this. I'm using a shirt pistol, if you guys don't know what these are. And really effective, especially if you own a Glock. They also have them for M&Ps now. I think it's the first generation M&P. But the trigger is a lot like a Glock trigger with the same break, and I don't have to rack the slide between. So really, I get good trigger squeezes. And again, with this weapons mounted light, I get to operate it with my offhand thumb. And it's really a very easy to operate. But this morning, I was looking for clothes in the bedroom, and my wife was sleeping. I'm surprised she didn't get up and punch me in the face because I was using the weapons mounted light.
Well, I'm surprised she didn't, like, I don't know about you, but those things are bright enough that, like, if I turn one of those on in my bedroom and it's dark, the whole place lights up like it's like a
Christmas tree.
You pretty much, it's like super bright in there. It's like I would never use something that bright to look for something because my wife would kill me. Oh, look.
Yeah,
Tony's
but then I
blinking.
turn it off really quick. And don't move. And she thinks she was dreaming or it was lightning or something. And then I turn it back on.
Well, now she knows your secret.
She knows she married an idiot.
Well, did you just you just dropped your camera, right?
Just knock your camera off.
That thing hit the floor hard.
Oh, uh-huh.
Tony's going on audio only this evening.
Yeah. Thanks to him being a quote, I'm quoting him, idiot, and dropping his phone.
Hey, that's my word. You can't use that.
Oh, I put it in. It's okay. So, well, I'm about with Rob. I did nothing gun related. So all week long, the most gun related thing I did was put some stuff in the show notes and mail it to these guys. And that's the extent of my gun fun.
Hey, that's gun related.
It is.
The most gun-related thing I did.
Oh, so who's echoing on me?
Not me.
Must have been Tony.
That was me.
That was Tony. He's probably doing something with his other phone.
He's probably being an idiot with his phone.
Yeah, I'll put it in quotes.
I'm in the chat. I'm in the chat talking to Alexis.
There
we go.
Sure. Excuse me.
That's what she said.
We'll get into the announcements now. The bandwidth sponsor is our good buddies over at Patriot Patch Co. They have new patches for pre-order, which are the retro NES engine. It is a limited edition patch of like 100, and also the pumpkin spice M18 smoke grenade patch. And you need to join their patch of the month so you can get awesome stuff like this from the patch of the month, which this month is the boating safety with the little floaties so that you don't actually lose your guns when you have a boating accident. I don't know why you'd want floaties on
I
them.
thought that would be the whole point of having the boating accident.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. But I guess Ryan and Jake just don't understand. If you want to shop Amazon, please use our affiliate link at firearmsradio.tv/Amazon. And if you're shopping Black Bag Resources and want to donate stuff to the 2A4E diversity shoot, just use the 2A4E code, and that anything that you put in your cart will be sent to Tony or given to Tony to give out at his diversity shoot or whatever he does with it, which he always gives it away. Sometimes he raffles stuff off. I don't know.
Yep, it's either raffled off or given away.
Yeah. So I guess Rob can get into his whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Like totally. The views and opinions expressed on this podcast are those of the individual co-hosts and do not reflect the official policy or position of the Firearms Radio Network and or their employers. Viewer discretion is advised. This is way true on live shows, especially when there's just the three of us clowns on the show. And since we're all slackers this week and have no main topic or review to talk about, let's move on and talk about this Masterpiece Arms MOA suppressor thingy.
No, you got it all wrong. It's Master of Arms.
Oh, Master of Arms. What did I say?
Masterpiece or something?
Arms.
Oh, I got something weird on the brain. I'll tell you what. I don't know. No, I'm thinking about my Masterpiece Arms pistols that I have. Never mind.
Yeah, no, this is Master of Arms. They make stuff that's super lightweight. Is this a ghost suppressor? No.
Oh, Lord.
No. Okay, so what we have is their MOA suppressor, of course, MOA Master of Arms. MSRP on this thing is only $499.95. So what we got is a 3D printed titanium core suppressor. And what this does
it is a ghost suppressor.
Yeah, technically. What this does for you is it's 3D printed titanium. It uses a laser sintering process. Is made in the USA. The advantage you get is with printing, you can print baffles and such that you couldn't machine on even like some 5-axis CNC machines. So you can get better noise reduction, less back pressure, all these things, because your design options are unlimited for the most part. And let's see, they don't really give much information on this. I did see the core, which is also available just as a core. And it's basically the same core that goes inside the suppressor. The suppressor itself weighs 9 ounces. It is 6 inches long. 3D printed, like I said, that's direct thread. You can get it in 2 different thread pitches, half 28 or 5/8 24, more so depending on the caliber. You can get 22, 9mm, 5.56, 7.62, and 300 black out. So, and as of right now, they're all the same price on the website. So of course there's still all the NFA paperwork, that kind of stuff. But, I like how people are using this 3D printed stuff to do lightweight, hopefully better performing suppressors. I think it's a great idea. I like it. You mount this on something, you're not even really going to notice the weight at 9 ounces. It's pretty darn light. So I'll throw it off to you guys.
I think it looks pretty cool.
Oh, it does look cool. I mean, especially the core.
I
And
don't see where it talks about the decibel reduction or anything like that.
it does not. I couldn't find that on the website. I didn't email them again and ask them. All I know is it's kind of just like super new release. So I don't know if maybe they don't have all the testing. It does say they did run it through like SOCOM tests. I think it passed. I think that's what they were saying. Let me pull up my email here and maybe I can get a little more info on it because I guess I'm just not thinking today. I had it opened and why I closed it, I'll never know. What do you think about this, Tony? Even though you can't really have it.
Yeah, I know it sucks. I was checking out a bunch of this stuff, and I'm like, it sounds cool, but like Rob said, it doesn't tell me the decibel reduction. Now, again, I like the technology. I like the 3D printing because that also means, depending on what they're doing, it's less manufacturing costs that gets passed on to us. So it's not that expensive of a suppressor. But come on, people, work on your website. I started looking their stuff up, and it's not telling me the things I'd need to know if I'm looking for suppressor numbers and details. I mean, it's cool.
No, it
It
doesn't.
looks cool. What was that?
You're right. No, so no, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Right.
So I want info because I want to know what's up. It looks cool. That's all I got, man. It looks cool.
Right. And I understand that. And like I said, all I can say in their defense is it is new. So I'm trying to look. They do have more information on some of their other stuff on their website. So maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I really like the idea of doing the print using a printer to make the suppressor. But this is titanium. I didn't know you could do laser
Yep.
print or print titanium.
You do.
Really, a laser printer? Okay.
Well, I mean,
it's 3D printed, sintered, lasered, 3D printed, laser sintered.
see?
It's super complicated to talk about.
Yeah, it must be ambidextrous operational.
Yeah, exactly.
It's really scientific.
It's words, and my lips don't work.
Yeah.
It's scientifical. My lips don't work.
Yeah.
No, I think that part is cool. I love the innovation with new companies doing different things. But truthfully, again, this goes to politics. If these things weren't illegal in the first place, how cheap would they be? How much further along would this innovation have gone? How many other companies would be doing things like this? Because everybody would be making suppressors. You know what I mean? It just sucks because it's an artificial anchor on. It's just stopping stuff like this from happening all over the place. That's how I'm looking at it, and I think it's great they did what they do. It's an innovative company. I was looking at some of their other products, like this 3.5-pound AR-15.
Yeah, and we talked about that like a year ago when I saw it at TriggerCon, and that thing is just, I mean, what they've done with that is just phenomenal. And they make some other, like they make a little optics mount that's also 3D titanium printed. They're doing innovation, and the suppressor for the price, once they get everything put together and the numbers and everything, I think they're going to have a hit just because of what the weight, the price. I mean, that's my opinion, but
what I'd be interested to see is, number one, what is the decibel reduction, and number two, how does this thing actually sound? Because like you said, this 3D printer allows you to do complex curves and bends and forms and shapes and stuff, and this is unlike any baffle I've ever seen.
Yeah,
right.
The guy said
Go ahead, Tony.
The guy said he used a patent that was already expired from a guy in Finland that would make weird things, and he incorporated into this design. So I don't know. I mean, again, it's new, it's different. I don't know if it works or not.
I'd love to hear how this thing sounds.
Yeah, me too.
Because I mean, if you think about it, all the suppressors I have are basically like a K baffle, K baffle, K baffle, K baffle, or one that's got basically kind of like a zigzag pattern, the Yankee Hill might,
or
and
cones.
this is way different.
Yeah, this exactly, and I'm guessing here in 6 months or at SHOT Show or even a year from now at TriggerCon, they're probably going to have them out there, and so then you can actually hear them. But of course, until then, we're kind of up in the air on numbers, and as long as it sounds good and is hearing safe, I guess that's all that really matters. But like we all said, we have to hear it first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I threw that out there talking about decibel levels, but truthfully, you need to hear it because decibel levels change with atmospheric conditions. Just everything is different, and people can put down anything they want. But I just found it interesting. Just nothing is there.
Right.
Just nothing.
And I get it too. And I knew that would be a problem with when I put it in the show notes, but I'm like, this thing's too cool not to stick in here. So I was kind of like, yeah, it's got to be. And along with your, I can say something about like my subgun suppressor. If I completely take it apart and clean all the carbon off of that thing, it has kind of a tinny sound to it. But once it gets a little bit of carbon on it, the tone changes and it's much more comfortable hearing wise, even though technically it's not really reducing any more noise. It's just sounds better to me.
Now, one thing I found interesting though, Chad, is I've been playing with, you can select 2 different thread pitches, half by 20, 5/8, 24, and about 5 different calibers on there from this website. And when I mess around with the caliber selection, it doesn't change the price of this thing.
Yeah, I noticed that too. And I don't know if they're going to keep it that way or if like, you buy a 7.62 can, if it's going to change it, because I'm guessing the 3D printed stuff, I mean, it's strong enough for all of these calibers. So I'm guessing they're going to be very similar in the design.
I mean, think about this. I mean, if they can print the same 7.62 or a 2.2 or 2.23 or 22 caliber, good grief.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not, it's the same price for 22 9 mils, 5.56, 308, 300 blackout, and 7.62 by 39. So
yeah, and like I said, I don't know if that's going to stay that way, but if it does, that's a heck of a deal on a 308 can, if you ask me. But
I mean, most 308 cans will probably start at $700 on the low side and go up to about 8 to 1,000 for the good stuff.
Right. So
you know what's going to happen, right?
They're going to hear the show.
With the
they're going to raise the price. Oh,
no. What I'm saying is, with the new technology, with the 3D printer, it's probably going to be one of those game changers. As in, it changes the price structure. It's going to do what Ruger did when they showed up with their Ruger American rifle as an entry-level rifle that was pretty much good enough to run neck and neck with some of the higher-end rifles. It's like their performance. The performance you're going to get from a $300 to $400 suppressor is going to equal what you can get from a $1,000 suppressor that's built by hand.
Yeah. I mean, what I really like to see, too, is what the finished product looks like, because the pictures on their website look a little bit grainy to me, like they distorted them a little bit.
I've seen the inside of it. He had one of the cores in his hand, basically was walking around with it, and it is a little rough, but I mean, considering what you're trying to do with a suppressor, you're trying to create turbulence and all kinds of stuff. That maybe the rough is better. Maybe the rough is better. I mean, I don't know, but it's kind of rough. I mean, it's kind of got that dull kind of. It looks kind of 3D printed. It's kind of dull.
It looks cast. That's bronze or something.
Yes, it kind of looks cast. That's a perfect explanation for it. It's not, but it looks that way.
I think it's just cool because I have no idea you could 3D print titanium. I mean, the sleeve is titanium.
No, the core is titanium too.
No, the core is titanium too.
Yeah.
I had no idea you could print titanium. To me, I always think of titanium as a super strong metal that was a real pain in the butt to work with. Because, like, if you look at the SR-71 Blackbird's made out of titanium, you know?
Well,
Yeah,
the
but
thing
bro,
with titanium
SR-71
is,
Blackbird, SR-71 Blackbird was developed in late 50s, early 60s. So yeah, we've worked better with titanium in the last 50 years. Way
well,
to keep up,
see,
Rob.
yeah, and the thing with titanium is
Yeah.
it's hard to machine titanium,
Mm-hmm.
but as far as a metal goes, you know, it has similar properties kind of to just like kind of mild steel minus the weight, but like if you malleability and stuff like that, so melting it, laser sintering it, so to speak, I don't see why it wouldn't be possible. Well, they proved it is, but
Yeah, I mean, as long as you can melt the metal and get it into like a semi-liquid form, I guess you could print it. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's my guess.
Hey, Rob.
So.
Rob, how long you think Chad had that calendar with malleability on it before he finally got to use it in a sentence?
Oh, Chad's probably got about 20 words on his little checklist. Okay, malleability. Now, but you just get ambidextrous correct.
I'm looking for this is okay. This is the only cheat sheet I have around here. This is the cheat
sheet. And you pull that about 4 or 5 times an episode.
Okay. Well,
if you guys are listening to the podcast, it's a sign that says a-hole that's printed. A printed sign that says a-hole. So I'm thinking your wife set that up.
No, they gave me this at work.
Oh, wow.
Well, did it come with the pretext, don't be in?
No, that was just implied. Come on. Well, now,
that's funny.
Right about now, I wish I had the suppressor for Rob and Tony, but since I don't, we'll get rid of it. And next up, we have the FN 509 tactical pistol.
Oh, yes, please.
MSRP on this thing is $1,049. And we have more information on this thing than we did the suppressor.
Well worth it.
It is a 9mm, you know.
Calm down, fanboy.
It's double action. Basically, it's a striker fired pistol. So mag capacity, here's where it gets a little weird. You can get it in 10-round magazines. So why? I don't know why, unless you live in New Jersey.
Or New York or California.
Yeah, I know.
Or Maryland.
But the standard is 17 or 24. And the reason I say 17 or 24, 17 is a flush round magazine and 24 is their extended round magazine. And what it is when you buy this, you get 2 interchangeable back straps, 1 17-round magazine, and 2 24-round magazines. So they stick out a good, it looks like probably 1.5 inches out the bottom, but
easy.
Let's see. This is what I love here. Primary features: striker fired. We already discussed that. 5.5 to 7.5 pound trigger pull. I guess their tolerances are so bad that they have a 2-pound trigger pull range. It's got their low profile optics mounting system, which is basically so you can mount red dot optics of different styles on it. Is basically what it comes with. Suppressor sight height night sights. You know, it has their little cover for their cover plate for the optics mounting. Also has sides that cover the rear sight to help protect those.
It has wings.
Okay, it's got wings.
Hey, wait! I thought that was for Red Bull.
It's a standard cold hammer forged stainless steel barrel with a recessed target crown, polished chamber, and feed ramp. It is threaded at 1/2 so you can put that suppressor from Masters of Arms on it. I don't know if it has a Nielsen device or whatever. It also has an O-ring retention on the threaded cap that comes with it. It's got grip texture. It's got back things. It's got a Picatinny rail on it. You know, all the normal stuff. It is baby brown. Oh wait, that's FDE. It was basically it's the pistol that FN entered into the modular handgun trials. And let's see. Oh, it's a 4.5-inch barrel if you guys care. Now that I'm done with all the specs, I like the pistol.
Go ahead.
Now, the only thing I don't like about the pistol is the same thing. I like aftermarket, parts. I like to be able to change the trigger if I want. So what if I'm not using it as a carry gun? What if it's all competition? Well, I want to be able to change the trigger. I might even be able to want to change the sights. Now that's kind of iffy, but I'm sure people make sights for them. Maybe I don't want a threaded barrel because I'm shooting production class or something. I just like aftermarket support. I'm sure this is actually probably a really good pistol, but I would prefer it in black also. Okay, Tony, take it away.
I don't know. I I got to tactically fondle this at NRA in I think Georgia, Atlanta. I also got to check it out at the Great American Outdoor Show for even a longer period of time. I got to speak to the guy at FN, and he was telling me about it. Tom, we had time, and he went to every part of the 509, and it really was it really tested well when it went to the Army trials. Pretty much, I think all the guns that finished in that top 3 in the Army trials are great firearms. You got the Glock, you got this, and you got that SIG 320. So you can't go wrong with any of it. This is just a tactical version of the 509, which goes hand in hand with that 45 tactical FN makes. So I think it's great. The way the sights mount, if you're going to use an optic, red dot optic, is awesome. The way they have this set up, because it's set up with 2 screws that not only go through your optic, they go through the plate and into the gun. So it's not like Glock has the MOS system that has 2 different sets of screws with one set on the bottom. You can't tighten it up until you remove the red dot. This runs straight through, and it has like 2 nubs that the plate locks into, and then has an O-ring that puts back pressure on the plate all the time so the screws stay tight, so you don't have to use Loctite. So you don't have to worry about your optic coming loose on this. Plus, you have, again, an excellent base firearm, the 509, that went through military trials, and we were discussing it beforehand. I thought it was 50,000 rounds, but these guys said it was a 100,000 round test that these things go through. Now, as far as aftermarket, you're right. There's not a lot of aftermarket because, truthfully, FN, outside of the Browning High Power, well, actually, including the Browning High Power, has always treated their pistols like red-headed stepchildren. Their big thing is rifles and machine guns, but they make quality pistols. It's just they don't push it. I mean, when was the last time you saw really, other than this, when have you seen heavy marketing from FN over a handgun?
Yeah, even there.
And they make good handguns.
FN.
Hey, Tony, if you flip over to the regular FN 509, it does mention that it totals of more than 1 million rounds in testing. So,
yeah. So it's a tried and true handgun. It's a work gun. This thing right here, duty gun, but truthfully, let's be real. It's a freaking cool gun. and if you're gonna drop the money on it, you just got a cool gun. As far as the trigger pull being between 1 pound and the other, again, as a duty handgun, that's usually what people put. You don't really see 4 pound trigger as a duty handgun. They give you a range. I think even Glock gives you a range.
I think they do too. But I would say the same thing about Glock. Now, Tony, on the one you saw, did the frame color match the slide color?
I didn't notice any difference at all.
Because I noticed in some of their pictures that there's a little difference.
Well, that's just to make you feel not so bad as the FN Scar.
Right.
If you look at the Scar and Flat Dark Earth.
I was wondering, do they do it on purpose then? They purposely don't match the plastic with the metal.
You have to, because if you wanted to match it, it shouldn't be that hard to match it.
That's what I was wondering. I mean, it doesn't look bad on this. It's just kind of weird because typically we're all used to seeing the same color. So,
and I prefer the same color.
Yeah, I heard that about you.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm actually
I'm gonna have to
going through. I'm actually going through the photos that I took while I was at a Great American Outdoor Show, and seeing if I took a picture of the FN 509 to see if the colors did match.
I'm looking. I just expanded the pictures in the on the website, and it looks maybe a little different, but not a whole lot different shades. But I mean, if you've ever seen a flat dark earth scar, there is a marked difference between the upper, the lower receiver, and the stock.
The scars are like 3 different colors.
Yeah, it's a multi-cam flat dark earth.
Yeah,
but hey, Tony called it earlier. Yes, I am a FN fanboy. Yes, I do like FN. I do love FN products. I've got the FN 5.7 and a bunch of their pistols, maybe 1 or 2 scars. But yeah, I love.
When they send me one of these for review, I might become a fanboy.
Yeah, they're not going to send you one for review because they'll send it to me first.
Because you're a fanboy.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What I do like about this pistol, though, is rather than getting a box or a plastic Tupperware case, you actually get a nice felt Velcro bag.
Do you?
Oh, yeah, look at the pictures.
Okay, I don't look at pictures.
It's a zip bag. It's the same bag as in the FN, or a similar bag to the FN 509.
I guess I didn't go that far. Oh, I see it. Yeah. Yeah, that's nice. That's a nice touch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the FN 509 I have pictures of is actually a 2-tone. The slide is black and the body of it, the receiver, is tan. So nice. I can't help out.
See, I do something like a black receiver with a stainless steel slide. That'd be nice.
Yeah, well, good luck with that. I look at it like this. Thank goodness at least FN treats you like an adult and gives you a case. I don't know what's this thing with handgun manufacturers giving you cardboard boxes. Even rifle manufacturers giving you a cardboard box.
You need to go buy a SCAR.
Is it coming in a cardboard box?
Yeah, you drop $3,000 on a SCAR, it comes in a cardboard box.
That's ridiculous.
But yet they give you a padded soft case for their pistol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That makes no sense to me, but hey, I like when they come with padded soft cases, not chintzy cardboard boxes.
Yeah, because I can carry it and I can actually put that in my range bag and rock on.
Well, I'm just surprised that, it's only one 17-round mag and 2 24s, not 3 17-rounders, and we offer a 24-round magazine. I mean, that's what impressed me.
The last time I saw something like that, I think was when SIG came out with their 226. I think maybe a tactical edition, or they did a Blackwater edition, and it had like three or four 22-round magazines or 20-something round magazines.
I believe the one I have has four 20-round magazines or 4 15-round magazines.
It had extra, and I'm like, look, for the price, I don't see why not. Throw the freaking mags in, people.
Yeah,
4 mags. 4 mags is not crazy. Or this in this particular case, what is it? 17 and 2 20-somethings.
Yeah, 2 24s and a 17.
Not horrible, man. Not horrible.
Well, I mean, most FN pistols come with three standard magazines, or 3 magazines standard. Awesome. And most FN pistols come with either 10-round or 15-round magazines. I think you might get a 17 in some of the 9mm, but yeah, having this with the extendo magazines, considering the fact most FN magazines are probably around $40, $35 to $40. Yeah.
Which really, if you think about it, a lot of magazines, except ones like Glock magazines, are around the $30 to $40 range. So it's not.
I tell you what, I'm waiting for somebody to come out with a magazine template that you can print, because that'll be where the money's at.
Maybe if they can hold up to being dropped on the ground. I don't know.
Well, that's the rough part. That's the rough part about magazines. Um, and why I like my Glock 19 is because I can pick up $15 uh, Glock mags from Magpul, and yay! So I have 5 freaking 10-round magazines that I just ordered from Brownells. So I'm Jersey legal, but it's frustrating. If I drop this money on an FN 509 tactical and got 10-round magazines, I'd just be staring at that thing angrily every time.
Yeah, no kidding. Knowing
I
that
mean,
it'll hold so much more.
knowing that it'll hold almost twice as much capacity and I can't have it, but I paid the full price for the freaking gun and I'm paying extra. I'm still paying 40 something dollars for the 10-round magazines. That's annoying.
Yeah.
I sat here when I got these 10-round Glock mags from Brownells, and I set the 15 rounders up beside the 10 rounders, and I didn't even know I was doing it. But like 15 minutes later, I'm just staring at them, like full of hate and grumbling to myself for 15 minutes straight that I had to buy these, or else I would be committing a felony. So yeah, man, I feel everybody's pain that lives in one of the states like Jersey that pay full price for a gun and get a reduced capacity magazine with it. But thank you to the companies that do make reduced capacity magazines for us so we can still get cool guns.
Yeah, that's yeah, exactly. At least like you said, there are companies that do. Well,
Yeah, because I'm done with my CZ75. I have to pay $45 for the magazine for the CZ75, and then hopefully can find someone to cut it off at a 10-round capacity without ruining the dependability of the magazine itself that, again, I just paid $45 for.
can you not find 10
That
round
they
CZ mags?
to a to original CZ75? No, it's hard enough to find original CZ75 mags. Not a CZ7, not a pre-B, but a CZ75. Totally different magazine.
Because they're shorter, right? I mean, lengthwise. Not
Different hold. No,
yeah.
different hold location.
Well, that's what a
Different
file's
location
for.
with the mag release.
That's what a
Again,
file's for.
the regular 75 mags are still $45. So it makes no difference.
Okay. Well, we had some listener feedback. It basically said he likes the banter between us. It came in through, and I didn't want to put the whole email in there. So that's basically what it said. He did say his one complaint was us talking over each other. I said, yeah, that's going to happen partly due to internet lag from
Time lag.
going clear across the country or something. But, we can only do so much. He liked the show. So, well, Tony, I guess it's back to you.
Yes, the favorite part of the show, the part that everyone listens to except that one guy. The second is for Everyone Diversity Shoot. The next one's coming up on October 4th, 6 p.m. Gun for Hire Range in Woodland Park. To everybody else, we've got some cool stuff going on. Anyone who donates $5 or more to our page is going to be in the drawing for our own limited edition serialized knives from Spyderco, from Car Arms, but they're Spyderco knives made for Car Arms, donated to us, that will be serialized. So we got getting some made up, and everybody who's $5 and above on the Patreon will be in on the drawing, and we'll give one of those away. And we're working on some other really cool stuff. Also, I found out tonight that my t-shirts are still on sale on bcg-wear.com. So if you want to get one of my 2A4E shirts, they're still available online, black and white. Those are $25, and then the rally shirts are $10. I don't get anything on the rally shirts. I don't get paid at all. These are at cost. I did these so you guys could go to rallies throughout your state capital and just have a blue shirt that says gun control equals racism. So those are available. But yeah, if you buy the black or the white shirts, we get some of the money to help pay for this stuff. You can donate to our GoFundMe. Again, everything you donate helps pay for stuff because we're on our way to becoming a charity now. I got the money. We can start the paperwork, which includes lawyers and hiring everything else. It's expensive, but not as expensive as paying everything out of my pocket like I have been since 2015. So if you guys can help us grow the Second Amendment community by making us official, that way it's easier for us to get donations from companies and people can write this stuff off. Great. That's the only reason we try to become a charitable event, that people can actually write this off. So you can cut us a check and take it off your taxes at the end of the year. That helps. So, hey, thanks, guys. Really appreciate talking about this. I talk every week about what we do, and I appreciate all the help online and all you guys that download that help us out. Just follow us on social media, our Instagram page, our Facebook page. Really appreciate it and all the help you can get. And even if you can't donate, share this podcast, share the 2A4E podcast that you can find all over the place, and just let people get word out about what we do. Thanks a lot. I really appreciate it.
Hey, Tony, somebody in the chat asked if you could repeat the link for the t-shirts.
The t-shirts, like Bolt Carrier Group, bcg-wear.com.
Thanks. I'm sure they appreciate it. So we're off to the wrap up. Send questions, comments, feedback to Tony at, gungearreview@gmail.com. Remember to subscribe and leave us an iTunes review. Go leave Tony one too, because he needs them. Check out all the other shows on the Firearms Radio Network at firearmsradio.tv. Be sure to visit the Firearms Insider for reviews and industry coverage, assuming we ever get off our butts and write reviews. Check us out on Facebook at Firearms Insider, and also follow us at Firearms Insider on Instagram. And thank you for listening to the largest pound for pound podcast on the internet, or the network, maybe not the internet. And we are out.
Bye, Felicia.
So should I keep the live show on so that we could just discuss stuff while it's live?
Yeah, why not? Just talk all kinds of stuff out of school.
That's right.
Those guys are people.